Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and this is Darcy. Because who else would I be? I can only be me. Last week, Gayle Agustinelli, she has a channel, junk journals, ephemera, lots of good stuff. She's very pleasant. If you don't watch her, you might want to go check her out. Anyway, she used an envelope, size 10 envelope, to make a pocket with a flap. So I want to do that using other size envelopes and junk mail and whatnot. So I have a million envelopes. I'm always looking for ways to use envelopes. So that's a note. These must be envelopes from my aunt. So I thought I would figure out how to do that with some other envelopes. And this one is going to be extra if I do it this way. So I'm going to fold this in half like this. So I'm going to have a little tuck spot here and a pocket here. And I'll decorate that in a bit. And I'm going to I'm going to have my pocket be on the side. Yes, no, maybe so. Actually, I think I know what I want to do. I like to be able to see things in my pockets. So I'm going to actually cut this top part too. Yeah. It's going to have a flap over it, so it won't matter. I need it to be even. Okay. And then I'm going to fold this down. That should be fine. I'm just going to take off some of that. I'm going to fold it back over the other way. Like that, just to give it some stability, and glue that down. Oh look, it's all over now. That's going to make it easier. I want to decorate it first. I don't know that you need to see me do that part, but alright. So I had the envelope upside down. I folded it to the left, trimmed off the side and the top, and then made an angle pocket in here. I kind of want to make an angle pocket here too. A little bit lower. Yep. So that'll be a tuck spot actually here. And I'm going to close that off, because I don't need a million pockets. So I'm going to close that off. And then what if we take and also turn that over? And we'll glue that down, which will also cover the glue part here a little bit, so that hopefully if it gets damp, nothing gets stuck in there. Alright, so now we have these 3 pockets, and for the flap, I'm just going to I'm going to need my flap to go all the way down to here. This is way too thick. Sorry about that. That's also too thick. That's like some planner stuff I had. Alright, let's try this one. Am I going to be able to go all the way down with it? Here, and then... Okay, so I'm going to need the whole length of this way. Unless I go this way. Which I really like this flower, so... And then I will need to cover some of it. Actually, I don't have to do that. Alright, I do want this flower though. I want that flower. So you know what I'm going to do? Figure out where the flower is and where I want it. And then I'm going to leave this top piece to fold over. And I'm going to find a pencil. And just going to go ahead and this. And then I'm going to use my cutter because I don't cut straight. Just saying. And I'm going to put my glue cover on my glue. Oh gosh. Let's see. Where did my line, my lines are right here. I think this is the place where, nope, to cut that. See, you can't tell where the line is on this. Yep, forget it. We're using the one where I can tell where the line is. I like that for some things, but apparently not for this. This one, I can see clearly Now the dead night is gone. The rain is gone. I can see clearly now. The clouds are gone. Oh my goodness, I got glue everywhere. I can see where the line is. Also, now I can see where these lines are. If glue hadn't... Sorry, I know you're out of screen, but I just wanted to get that cut. And that was straight on that side, so... Now you don't want it to go further, you know, you don't want it to be wider than your envelope. Alright, now, where'd my envelope go? Anybody know? You can use double-sided paper, which is gonna, you know, be a little bit easier. And, you know, you can do this with any envelope. You can do anything to your envelope. That does go over a little far, doesn't it? I'm going to cut it off when I'm done. So I'm going to do it on that side. And then I'm going to fold this over. That will be our flap. And then I'm just going to glue this part back here. And I am going to do this just to, because that's what I do. And this will get glued on a page. So, you know, that'll just be back there. It won't matter. And I think, nope, I need that. I was going to say I'd take that out as bulk, but I kind of need it. I'm going to wait to glue it down though. All right. I'm going to leave a tiny little space, or actually probably a little bit more, like 1/16 of an inch or so that if that pocket is fairly, I want it to fold well, that's why. Oh my word, why is that so hard? It shouldn't be that hard. Okay. So that flaps up, and then you have your pockets. And you glue that to a page. You could have it be a side pocket, which will be fine once I glue that back flip down. And I'll decorate this and I'll decorate the front, but I'm not gonna make you watch me do that because I want to get on to the next envelope. You just have to make sure that your envelopes are going to fit on a page. Like this is a really big envelope, so maybe you could definitely do it this way, like she did the 10 number 10 envelope, but it's gonna be a little wide because normally our pages are about 5.5 inches long. Longer if, see, and that's 5.5. So, but I want to do a side pocket, so it'll be fine. I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to cut off a little bit off this side, about 1/2 inch or so off the side. I'm going to make it 5 inches. So if you have an envelope that's too big, you just cut it down a little bit. No big deal. And then you might even be able to like turn this into like a little side pocket and just put things on it or whatever. So this is going to end up being a side pocket instead of a top pocket, which is how Gayle did it. And it'll be a tall. And then we could also have this be a tuck if we want to leave it, or we could just have it be a pocket. Then we have a, so we'd have a pot. Oh, she does it so there's a side pocket here. I'm going to do it so there's a pocket here, and there's a pocket in. Oh, we could still do the side pocket though, couldn't we? Yeah, we could. All right, but the important thing is just the flip. The flap on the top is super easy because that's just. Oh, use some purple. We need to use some purple. So I'm going to just do like I did before, and I'm going to trace it. And then I probably need to go inside the pencil line. Right now I'm going to move it up like 1/2 inch so I have a way to fold it, since it's not at the very top. There we go. And I'm going to cut that on this one, where I could, on this one, that is the better one for seeing where the line is. I'm going to cut this way first. Why? because this is the bigger piece of paper and I can get stuff out of that. Or I could even have a, well, maybe not a top flap. Oh, we could go to the side. That's a thing we could do. Alright, I'm going just inside that pencil line. No, right on. Well, no, my pencil line is crooked. But some envelopes are crooked, so that could have something to do with it. And then I have the bottom cut because it was a little wonky on the bottom. Okay. And then when I do the flap, I'm just going to take it to my envelope and fold that over. Probably want to leave a little bit of, oh man, that's the thing with collage paper. So I'm going to fold it there, and I'm going to have actually a bigger gap than before, but shoot. I'm going to have a bigger gap, but that's just because of the way the paper folded. That's the way the paper folds sometimes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way the paper folds. Sometimes you don't have a lot of choice because it's collage and you got to go with what the collage is making you do. Cut that. There we go. And then I do have a little bit more space here than before, but it's still, you know, well, almost flat, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. What did I do? I did it on the wrong side. That's also not the end of the world. So now this will go on the right side, on the page on the right, or the, yeah, so that you can get into your pockets. Because now my pockets are on the left. I'm looking for a notch thingy majiggy. You know, that should be fine. So for the top pocket, which is gonna want to cut this. So this will be our top pocket, I believe. And then this will be our side pocket, which is actually going to be I think I did that wrong, but that's alright. I can decide if I want to have this. I messed it up, but that's okay. I can have this under here be the side pocket and this be the top pocket. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll decorate this and show you at the end. I kind of want rounded corners on that though. I might round the corners on that. Let's move on to another envelope. This one, I mean, I'm just trying stuff. I have no preconceived plan. I was just like, we saw Gayle do the thing. I could also cut this. So that, because it's a big envelope, I just like having the flap on the pocket. I don't know why, because I also like to be able to see things in my pocket. So it makes no sense whatsoever why I would want to. Which side? Maybe we use both sides. Let's try this one. This one is the one I was probably thinking of. You know what the hard part is? I don't want to cover up the paint. It's fine. Oh, here we go. And then we'll do, let's see, something as a, this one has a little purple and burgundy whatnot in it. That's too narrow. All those are too narrow. I said that one was too thick. This one's too thick too, but what if you want to have something for the cover and it's too thick? We can make that work too. So I need this. I need to cut it there, and I'll see where I want to cut it. But I'm going to cut it there anyway. Anywho, And if I go too fast, I apologize. That's just kind of how my brain works when I'm trying to think of things on the fly. Like when I'm winging it, I tend to just go for it, and I don't necessarily... slow is just, sometimes it's slow, painfully slow, and sometimes the ideas come to, I just can't stop. And I apologize for that. All right, so I want all of that, so I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom, and I want to cut it so it will, I could go that way. That'll be like Gayle's, but different. Okay, first of all, I am going to leave like some space, and I'm going to see if I can bend it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. No. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Then we're going to make a hinge. Easy peasy. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why didn't I think of that? You would have. Eventually. It would have all come to you. So. What if that's the hinge? And then I just cover that with something. Because this is going to be a side pocket one way or the other. Anyway. And, or it could be a top pocket, but it's going to be behind. Yeah. I mean, you could do a hinge, or you could do what I'm about to do and just glue that on. Because I'm feeling it's either brilliant or stupid. I'm not sure. Which way did I have this? This way. And it only worked because this is the direction that I happen to, do the pocket. Which, of course, you could do it sideways. You could have your flap be sideways and then have your tuck be this way. Or you could have it go up and be that way. Either way, it's cute and it's fun. And it's like, boop. Or it could even just be journaling space underneath that you just have hidden that you don't want the whole world to see. So this pocket is going to be, I don't want that one. Let's try this one. See, I can go to the side here, but it'll show if I put a notch there. But if I put it to the side there and I cut this off, that's potentially why we do it that way. So I'm going to put a notch here, and I'm not going to put a notch, ooh, I kind of like that. I'm not going to put a notch on either one of the sides. I am going to put glue right here. Just on that side right there. That way this top pocket is the pocket. And then this, I know it's sad, isn't it? I'm going to go across here. And then we have a little side, now it could be like a belly band. Like it can have something go all the way through if you wanted it to. Like what? I don't know. Let me see. I've got some strips here. See? It'll just go. Maybe you want it to stick out as like a tab off the side of the page, and then it could still come in, be a long, really skinny tag, long, or a piece of paper folded up that you can. And then I would just probably collage that, or do something on the gel plate print with, or paint it or something, because it's pretty simple. And then the back, I'm going to glue this side down so that we have this pocket in the back. So, pocket. Nope. Pocket. This is the pocket. And there's that little slidey through thing. And this is a pocket. And then, of course, you could do it for another pocket on the back or a pocket on the side, depending on how you glue it onto your paper. You know what I mean. Let's say this is your paper. So if you glue it here and here, well, then it can actually become a whole tuck spot, and you can fit something that fits the whole page. Or do a side pocket, top pocket. You know the deal. What else? Can we do something with the window? I just, you know, this, like the jeweler's envelopes that I love, that's kind of like what this is like, but I don't know, a little bit different, not much. We already did that envelope. Gayle did that size envelope. All right, here's another size envelope. I already did where you could do it from the side, right? Why does this? I get ideas when I see other people make their videos. It's 4 3/4. That will fit on a page easily enough. So, you know, we could just do this one normal. Let's see, the higher I go, the better side pocket I get, right? Can we go that way? Or go this way? So I'm going to cut the end here. That's not very straight. I can see it's not straight. It's going to bother me that it's not straight. Oh my word. It was pretty not straight. Why I even try, I don't know. Alright, this is kind of bulky. What I think I'm going to do is cut at an angle there and cut in a little bit of an angle here. So that takes out that bulk right there, and I'm going to glue this down, not the whole thing. I'm going to go like this side here and this top part here. That will glue that down. Avalanche! And then this is our, especially if you get it straight, side, you know, something to go on the side, something to go in this pocket, which is either the side or the top, because I haven't even decided yet which way I want to go with the other pocket. So we have this, and then we have this way in here. We could, this could end up being a, what was I thinking of doing? I was thinking of having the flap come this way so that I could use another one of the like really thick pieces. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Is that straight on two sides? Good. Oh my word, glue, get out of my way. I know what you're thinking. That's okay. Give me a minute. I'll show you. So this is extra thick, so it's not going to fold, which is why I'm using my envelope flap as my hinge. Stay up there. Go where you're told. So that I will glue this onto here. That's the right way. Yes. I know it leaves an empty spot. Don't worry. I got that figured out. And then I can just collage and decorate the page or stamp ink because it's pretty solid white. So I just find a piece of paper to go in here. That's all. What's this one? It's super thick though. Do I want to use another piece of that? It's going to add a lot of bulk. So I won't add a piece of that per se. I do want to add something though. A lot of her will get covered up though. Alright, so the idea here is, I'm not going to use that, but paper. Let me find the perfect piece of paper. There's no such thing. Alright, I've cut down this piece. It's close, but it's a little on the bright side. So I'm going to take my, whatever ink I can find, my vintage photo, and just go over it with that, just to try to, I'm going to try it down here first. Because this, you know, there's orange there and there's orange there, but this is just a lot of orange. So I'm just going to take my vintage photo, take my makeup brush, and just kind of tone it down. And there's going to be tags and stuff in front of it anyway, but just I think that helped. Still more orange than that, but like I said, it's going to get covered with tags. So it was bigger, I swear. So I'm just gonna, I need to go over to the edge here. I can always collage something over here if I need to. So when I glue this down, got too much down here. Of course I could use the other side, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna tear that because it's not gonna show. I'm just going to glue this right here. Yes, that's right. And then this way, I can glue the whole thing over this way to where this part of the envelope is. So I'm making sure not to glue here. That's the important bit, is not to glue, and then make sure I don't go over the fold here. Unless, you know, I made it long enough to go over the fold, then it would be fine. But that was the important part, is to leave this spot under here empty, so that when you come back later I'm not going to glue that down yet, because I probably am going to need to punch that again when I do. But when I do glue it, I'm going to glue this top piece so that it's a side tuck. So I might even take another piece of paper. See, now I did that and I'm like, oh well, 'tis what it is. I'll just go across here with another piece so that this isn't all open and it can be glued down all the way. Something like that. I don't know. It's not going to show. It doesn't matter. But I'm just going to go to the edge and I'm going to glue the bottom there, and then this I can glue the whole bit. And I'll go this way because gluing acrylic to acrylic is not always the easiest. Whoops. Yeah, that's alright. It won't go below that paper. So it's okay. So that way we still have that whole pocket on the side. And there we go. And what I could even do is I could just cut that whole side off, or I can put, that is not want to glue down for me. Either way, I'm going to sliver this on the side here, because that will be a side pocket, and then I can glue this on the paper so that it's a top pocket. Or I could have made it a top pocket and have, you know, do what you want. Play with your envelopes. Just add a flap to them. You know, make pockets with your envelopes and just add a flap. That's the fun part, is the flap. The flappy flap is my favorite part. So, I'm going to pause and decorate these and then show you what I ended up with. On this one, I decided to just go ahead and stamp some of the white parts because, you know, they're just white, so it's not a problem. So if you don't want to get ink behind and you want to be able to do something like that, then you're going to want to put a piece of paper behind. So, quick little tip. And this one is not super easy to match up, but it looks really cute. Problem was I had a really muted blues and stuff, and I was like, I didn't have any paper. So I just did a little graph paper, got some neutrals there. I just left the paper showing there. It's upside down. I don't care. I could change it later if I want to. And for this one, I'm going to glue right here, this edge down right here. So that little piece there. And I'm just going to glue the bottom here, because I want to make that a tuck spot that I can, you know, can go further out. And then this is already tucked down. So that was that one. Yeah, I'm still working on decorating them. This was the first one. Well, y'all don't know how long it's been. Well, it's been long enough for me to watch one of Stephanie's videos. That's how long it's been. If I come up with any other tips while I'm decorating, I'll let you know. And I could add a little darker blue to the outside here or wherever, but that's good for now for that. Did I do this? Oh, this one, I just put that picture up there. So we have our thing, our pocket here and our tuck spot here and our pocket back there. This one, did I have a pocket on the side too? Nope, we don't need a pocket. We got enough pockets in there. I'm going to have to put something heavy on these. So I'll be right back. All right, this one, it has already pretty. It just has this line here. And it had the this one had the purple or the asters or something like that. So I'm just going to glue that down right there. And then I'll show you how I glue those bits down, which will cover that and also be pretty. I'm going to go over the line just a little bit so it's not matchy up to the line. Still have that going on. And then the inking, I want to do before I glue it down. Sorry, could have thought to do that before I turn the camera back on, but no. Let me just get it's just this bit right here, that top bit. The rest I can ink later. Alright, so this is going to be my pocket. So I need to glue, if you've cut this side, you need to glue here on the side right here and the bottom right here, because that's our top pocket. And might want to glue this down so stuff doesn't get caught on it. So just gluing that piece down so things don't get caught on it. And then gluing this top piece right here. Whoops, trying to be straight, but some of us have a hard time with that. See, and that green brings in that green, so I can leave that the way it is. I could add a picture to it, do whatever I want. So really simple on the inside, but it's the tags that are going to be the star. All right, I did do a little corner on this one. It was just the little corners. I kind of want to do the big corners down here, which might mean that I'm going to have to do a little, well, things won't fall out of the pockets. I always have to do this both ways. It's a pain. But this one's cheap, so I'm not going to go buy a different one. Let's see. Whoops, don't mind me. Just that, I want to get that like that. There we go. I just like the corners on the bottom. And, you're not putting anything in there that's small enough to fall out. But if you, let's see. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and glue it, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna glue this right here, though, so it stays down. I like that. Oh, good. Nice gluey fingers. What else do we have? Let's see. What was 1, 2, 3? Just figured I better show you how I glue down the... Did we have any more, or was it just 3? Feels like it was a long time. Sometimes I lose things on the way to getting things done. Pause and look around and see if there's anything I missed. So sometimes the way I glue things down is glue, especially if it's one big piece like this, I'll just go ahead and glue everything down. And then cut it. Easy peasy. But, if you're new to this, you might not think of things like that. Also remembering that you're probably going to need to make sure that folds before it sticks forever. We could have done the black even, huh? But then it would have been orange and black on the other side. And with that bright orange, I needed something a little bit more. And this is also why I don't glue a little bit more tone down. And that's also why I don't glue the pockets down until after I've decorated them, so that I can do that with the pockets too. So if I decorate this pocket, oops, got a little glue down there. I can go ahead and, do whatever. Might do this. It's only going to go to about here, so I'm going to then glue that down. And this is why you don't want to glue your pockets down until you're ready to glue, you know, until you're ready. And then I can still see in here enough to get fairly close. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, and of course, any inking you want to do before you glue it. And what do I want to put down here? Who knows? Maybe another piece of this. I want to. Alright, and then also the other tip, I'm going to go a little bit further than I think I need to, just in case I'm off, is whatever you pull towards you will not have the white. Whatever you pull away from will have the white. So if you want the white, then, you know, pull away. If you don't want the white, pull towards you, whatever piece you're going to be using. Also, I want to just tone that down a little. Oh, I used my makeup brush before, didn't I? And then, of course, you know, if you want to ink. And I could have stamped that, too, because it was pretty white. So stamping also would have worked. But collaging this front pocket also helps to sturdy up that front pocket as well. Especially the top, because that's pretty thick paper that I've got there. So make sure I get to the edges so it'll stick down pretty good. Because that bottom one not sticking really great. But see, this is why I cut more than I think I needed. Because I would have cut too much if I hadn't. That's all I'm saying. Because I was only over by like sliverish. Sliver. So this is our top pocket. So this will be our side pocket. Make sure there's nothing there that's gonna, and so I'm gonna go across the top with the glue. And I don't know which side of the page I want to put it on. That's why I have not put a little slot thingy. Oh, actually, it's going to stop here anyway, so it doesn't matter. I guess I could have put the slot on this side, but that's all right. I'm good with it the way it is. We've got, stay down. So there's that one. And I may put a little piece of paper there. I may just put a little stamping there. Who knows? We do have a little pink here and yellow and green. So that's that one. Goes to the side, pocket, side. Let's see. What do I have that I can... I need something that's small. Oh, I know. I did know, but I moved stuff, so now I don't know. This is fairly... Alright, so we have our top pocket and our side skinny one, and then there's also this one, and then when you glue it on the page, you can make a top pocket or a tuck spot. Where the other ones go. And of course, if you use double-sided paper, like if I had used this, I wouldn't have had to collage the back. Or, you know, cover the back. And this one we have this pocket here and the side tuck here and a side pocket here, and then however you put it on the page, you can have another pocket. This one has this pocket in the back, which will get glued down, so you won't see that. I mean, not that it's terrible, horrible. And you could put a pocket on this part too if you wanted to. Pocket here and a really skinny thing here and another pocket. Oh, you can make it a side pocket when you glue it on the page. And then this one, which I think I also want to curve the bottom, the thing. This one I did differently. This is one envelope. Can you believe it? I got 1, 2, 3 tuck spots there. Plus, however you glue it on the page. And okay, yep, that's it. And then however you glue it on the page, I will glue that down to make sure that things don't get stuck on it. So you can do a side pocket, top pocket, or a tuck spot, so where you just do the side and the bottom for a tuck spot, and then you can fit more behind it, and it covers any words you don't want people to see on that page. If you're showing someone your journal, and you know, you just use those pages that covers it to put more private stuff, and just make sure they don't move it. I think that was all. And yeah, and if you don't have envelopes, I don't know anybody who does junk journaling that doesn't do envelopes. You can still do it with paper. You would just fold it up and do a flap Or like, yeah, you just use a couple pieces, or I don't know if 12 by 12 would work or not. But basically, you could do this, and you could do that. And essentially, you've got the same thing. Just make, I mean, you don't have as many pockets, but on that. But you've got, where'd it go? You do this as a top pocket here. And then just glue the sides, and you've essentially got the same thing. This is actually a good way to use these strips. I have a lot of these strips. Do you have a lot of these strips? Because, you know, you cut your 12 by 12 paper down to use for an 8.5 by 11, and then you end up with this, or even 9, and you end up with this. And yes, that's upside down, but that doesn't matter. You just collage something on there, and who will care? I should, if I had done it the other way, it would have made more sense, because that would have been sideways. Oh well, pay attention to what you're doing. You know. Or you could even have it on the page like this, and then have a tuck spot, like have this be journaling under here. So you'd have like a hidden journaling spot underneath there. I'm full of I guess I should come up with more ideas, huh, right now, like after I stop this video. I hope you all have a delightful day, and I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you go watch Gayle Augustinelli, the one that she did that I was inspired by to do this. And I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you. Bye.